Okay, that time went so fast. I have my thing going here. Okay, so I learned a valuable lesson last night. I didn't check my stream, so I couldn't tell that you guys weren't seeing what I was seeing for like 40 minutes into the video. So I apologize if you watched that video. But yeah. So let me test the audio real quick. Okay, good. It's working. So I got it up on the screen just to make sure that I'm not talking about something and y'all going along with me and don't know what the heck I'm talking about. So yeah. So as promised last night, that was the top of the list of what I needed to cover. These glasses are just showing all my business. Okay, so we'll see if I can get by without it. So my homework was to get started on my top 3 notebook, and that was my first thing that I had to do today because I knew I was going to be out and about in the streets. So I did get a lot of it accomplished while I was out. So I'll show, this is this month. This is the 3 goals. I got my calendar filled in, just the dates and the important things that I needed. And so my top 3 goals for this month are complete foundational efforts for starting my content creator studio. That's including vision board, brand, legal, and systems. My second goal for the month is go live daily for a minimum of 30 minutes, which we're on day 3. Come on, consistency. 3 of 90. And then my third goal for this month is to create a cohesive brand that ties into the original Janae Nicole and job optional brands that I have. And so at the bottom, it has like a little reward for the month. And I said, I'm going to give myself a full spa day. So that was that page. And then for this week's priorities for 4925. Can you focus? There we go. So that's this week's priorities. I said my top 3 tasks for the week is write out my mission statement, connect with my tribe, and write my about verbiage. So those are my top 3 things that I have this week. And then some other tasks that I need to complete this week, non-business. Mom, I'm doing a cruise for my mom, so continue doing that research. Shop some insurance, daily live stream, edit my April vlog, and do the recap video from these live videos. And then I put my intention for this week is to lay a strong foundation for my content studio business. That is my intention for this week. And then I did get some of my top 3 because I do better when I have a plan already written out. So I did a couple of my top 3s. I already did my top 3s for a couple of days just to get me started. I don't know if you can see that, but yeah. So I did all the way up to May 1st, and then we'll go from there. So I was productive this afternoon. I got that accomplished, and I'm going to have to share my screen now. And hopefully this goes better than it went last night. I did start doing the demographic and psychographic research, as I said. So let me share my screen. Present. Share screen. So first, let me show you what I asked Gemini share. So last night when I ended it, I said I was going to have to ask Gemini about the psychographic. Yeah, it's up there. Okay, so here it is. I said, hi, Gemini. How would you find psychographic information about content creators? And this was the answer that it gave me back. which I thought was interesting. So that is exactly what I did. I went to some social media profiles. I went to Instagram. I went to Pinterest. I went to, yeah, that was it. I didn't get, that's all as far as I got. And just kind of looked at, I went through the hashtag content creator and or no, content, yeah, content creator. That was the hashtag that I followed, and I just kind of looked at some of their profiles, and yeah, so that's what it came up with, and now we are caught up. So what we're working on today is the census demographic information. So I already pulled up the Census Bureau, so I've been just doing some preliminary research on here. I looked up the the median income. I looked up the household information. I looked up race and demographics. So, also, fun fact, look at this. As I was looking up South Florida podcasters, the very first thing that came up was this thing here. And I was like, get out of here. Look what's on here. This was the very first one. But I was like, oh, this is from 2016. I'm like, oh, that's around the time I was doing my podcast. Look at this. Scroll down. I remembered that Felicia Hatcher had wrote this article, and I have it pinned to my Twitter, but I don't remember it being in the new tropics. So that's why I was like, oh, I'm on here. Look, I'm the very first podcast, well, second podcast after the Job Optional Podcast. Isn't that dope? Look at this. I'm not showing y'all what I'm stop sharing. Here we go. Now share screen. Hold on, I gotta share again. Now I see what I did wrong. I'm talking about it and y'all not even seeing it. So here we go. Share. Okay. I guess it's a delay because it's not sharing yet. There we go. So look at this. 18 Black and Latino podcasters owning Miami podcast scene. And Felicia Hatcher had wrote it. But I don't remember it being on this, like I said. And look at me. Job Optional Podcast. Janae Duarte hosts the Job Optional Podcast. Man, that's throwback right there, y'all. That was just so funny that I saw that as I was doing this research on South Florida podcasters. As you can see, I've been doing my research here. Yeah. So I can close all of these out. Now, let me share the screen so you can see this. We can go through the census stuff real quick. I'm not gonna go too deep into this census stuff because I don't feel like it's necessary to share all of that on here. I can do this research on my own. It doesn't, I'm not gonna make you sit through this. This census stuff is just had me crossing my eyes. Oh, you know what I didn't do? I did not start my timer. Y'all know I need a timer because I went over. I'm definitely not going over tonight. I'm going to put my 30 minutes. We already been on a couple minutes. So I'm gonna put 25 minutes. We're definitely not going over tonight because the only thing that I'm really working on tonight is this demographics. And I guess a little bit more to psychographics. I'm gonna go back into social media tonight on my iPad so I can see it a little bit bigger. I was able to do a lot of it while I was out and about today. So that was a good job. Like I was able to get a lot done. So here we are. You know what? This is not the page that I had up. Hold on, let me see something. Is this it? Well, I guess this is it. Hold on. I had pulled it up and it was like a really good. Oh, I guess I got out of it some kind of way. Okay. So here we are. So far what I found out, the median age for Broward County is 41 years old. The median income, this was for 2020, the 2020 census, but then they did I don't know what it's called, presets or something like that. I don't know. It gives like, I guess, estimate for 21 and 22. So that estimate for year 2022, the median income was $61,000, 61,000 like 400 for Broward County, something around that. I know it was 61,000. So that was the money, that was the age. I was surprised it wasn't when I went into the age ranges. I was kind of surprised about the age ranges. Let me see if I can get back to the page I was on. Yeah, I was kind of surprised by that. Yeah, profile. So here we are. Also, there was about 6% self-employed and a little over 6% that was self-employed with something. So in all, um, I guess you would consider them like small businesses. Oh Lord, what the balloons? I guess because I put my hand up, the balloons went up. Okay, StreamYard, y'all doing too much. Yeah. So this is oh. Now on this page it's saying the median. This is the median household income is 70,000. Okay, so it's been interesting. It's the race and ethnicity I had not got into, so let's click on that. I want to see the breakdown. If it shows it by area, that would be neat. Oh, look at that. It does break it down. Oh, 75,000 Asian in Broward County. 531,910 of Black or African American in Broward County. I was surprised that the population of Black or African American and Hispanic population was that close. And let's see. So yeah, it still skews more white in Broward County than any other race. Yeah. Oh well. Oh, this is all of Florida. This is Broward County. Okay, that's interesting. Let's see about education. Why is this taking so long? Okay, here we go. 37% have a bachelor's degree or higher. High school or equivalent degree, 25%. Some college. Okay. Let's see, employment. This isn't the tab that I saw that initial, basically 12% that were. So 9.6 is either some kind of government worker, local, state, and federal government in Broward. 80, almost 70% are work for private companies here. Now, see here it shows 7.8% self-employed and on incorporated business. And then, so this is the other one. Self-employed, own, not incorporated business workers and unpaid family workers, 6.9%. That was where I saw that 6.9%. It takes most people 30 minutes to get to work. 70% of people drive by themselves in Broward County. You got to have a car in Florida. It's just too hot. You have to. So only 1.9% use public transportation. I bet these numbers are way different for Miami because I feel like they have a better, to me, seems like public transportation. They have little trams and all kind of stuff in Miami. Okay. So I think this is, let's see what the industries are for people that are working 16 years and over. It's not many people working in no agriculture. Well, we really don't have a lot of agriculture. It's not a lot of land, period, for agriculture. I don't feel like in Broward County. So that's not shocking. Construction, yeah. Retail for sure. Educational services. Ooh, it's the highest. Educational and healthcare and social assistance is our biggest industry for employment. So teachers, nurses, doctors, social workers. Okay, this is interesting. Females in computer engineering science, 26%. It's the same percentage of just about for the whole state of Florida versus just Broward County. So are they basically saying like that is majority of people, women in computer engineering and science are in Broward County? That's significant compared to the whole state of Florida. Okay. I think this is good. I don't really mean usual for workers by sex. Men work 40 hours. I know they lying. Men work 40.0 hours in Broward County and females work 37.0. A man came up with this. Y'all know women doing way more work than that. Y'all ain't counting that. Once they get off their regular job, they got to go home and then their real job start. They need to stop with these statistics. Yeah, these are usual hours worked for workers, not real, not counting the housely duties or wifely or womanly duties. Median gross rent in Broward County, $1,700.66. But compared to New York, I guess that's a steal. I was surprised by the home ownership rate. Most people in Broward County own their own homes. 62% in Broward. That was interesting. And look at the values of those homes. The vast majority of the houses in Broward, 33%, are above $300,000. So, and even above $500,000. That's really significant compared to, Broward County is not that, I don't want to say opulent, but compared to say South Beach or Star Island or somewhere where you expect to have really high end homes, that is surprising. But that speaks to the market because look at these houses. These houses are not anything spectacular to be going for $300,000, So yeah, that's interesting. All right. I think I'm gonna get off of here. I feel like I've got a good understanding of what Broward County looks like. Renter occupied housing. Yeah, I feel like this is enough. So I'm gonna get off of here and let's look back at my little list and see what else I can look at. I looked at the psychographics. Let me stop share. And we're gonna go and look at my little list again. Ooh. Y'all, as I came home tonight, why what I've been dreading, a lizard ran in the door with me, and only because it was a lizard above the door that I was trying to hurry up. I always shake my door and bang on it before I open it. And because it was a lizard right above the door, I was just trying to hurry up and get in the house. So I just opened the door. As soon as I opened it, I saw the lizard run in the house, and I'm like, no. Oh my God. Needless to say, I did get him. I sprayed him, and I found the body. He is perishing as we speak. I'm sorry, God, for killing one of your creatures, but I wouldn't have been able to sleep in here knowing that he was somewhere out and about in the house with me. So, for those of you who are animal and insect lovers or whatever, don't come for me because it was either him or me. Yeah. So I'm gonna close this out. I'm done with this for now. So back to the list. We did the psychographics. I did the general demographics. Even I thought it was interesting that the one research said the median age of podcast listeners in the US was 34 years old, which I felt like even more so that podcast hosts tend to skew older. But content creators, well, not content creators, I want to say influencers or vloggers tend to skew younger. I believe that to be true. I don't have any data to back that up other than just what I've seen. But I think that they skew younger for sure. Let me see. Okay, so let me get back to my list. Un momento, por favor. I can't find my list. Why do that? Oh no, I can't because then I won't be able to see. Okay, so I have to solidify. Since we did our research, I guess I could go ahead and start writing out my business concept because I've done my target market research. I've looked into the competitive landscape. I guess that's what I could work on tonight. I could go ahead and start writing out what my idea for it is. Let me see. Let me make sure that I did everything I was supposed to do. I did my market research. I need to analyze the offering. So that's basically what I just said I was going to do. Develop a buyer persona. So I'll do that next. Okay. So tonight, what I'll do is start writing out my business concept. So let me pull up a Word doc. Oh no, I'm gonna do it I'll do everything in Trello just to keep it clean so I don't have to be jumping back and forth. That's why I was on here so long last night because I was too busy trying to move information Okay, let me just check the volume real quick. Yeah, it's still fine. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen with you again. Present. Share screen. Window. Oh, entire screen. I don't care. You can see all my crap. Share. And let's pull up the travel board. This is what I thought I was sharing with y'all last night. While I was doing all of that talking, y'all didn't see none of this. And I'm so ashamed. So when I was moving all of these things around, when I was creating these boards, if you watched yesterday's video, you probably didn't, because the whole first like 40 some odd minutes was just me with my note screen up talking. And yeah, so this is what I was talking about. I set up all of these boards. I set up, yeah, foundation. And each one of these cards is basically a to-do list. And then I set up this one, build, finish, and these other ones were already here. I just left them there because they had some information on them already that kind of already set me up for what I want to add to it. So I just left them as is. And I don't know, I didn't slid it all the way down. I had to scooch myself up. Okay, so let me put this on Do Not Disturb. So don't nobody call while we finishing up. We got 7 more minutes, so I'm going to put it here under market research. Can you see that? Did it open? Yeah, it's opening. Okay, so analyze your offering. I'm just going to do it here. Edit. Oh, I did write it. So I said core problems include, look, I got first. I thought I did. Core problems include limited resources. So my target person, customer, they have limited resources, right? Time and money. Either, their time is limited because they have a full-time job. So they're building this business or whatever their endeavor is on the side of working their full-time job. And or sometimes multiple jobs, as I can attest to. And you just don't have the time. And then when you get home, it's like, oh, I gotta straighten up so I can create content. Or, not only working, you may have kids at home, pets, crazy neighbors, it's just the atmosphere. You really just don't have the time to get your space ready so that you could create content on a consistent basis, because you already tired from doing all of the regular life, going to work, making sure everybody's at home is straight. And then you got to try to pull everything together, pull out your gear and do all of that. So that was the main reason why I said time. And then of course, resources. You already working full time to just provide for you and your family, with how society is getting right now, where eggs are, $9, it's crazy. And rent is doggone near, $1,500-$1,600 for a 1-bedroom. So people are struggling right now. So for folks that are interested in creating, content, as far as, starting a podcast, or they're trying to become an influencer or things like that, they don't have the time or money needed to like really do it right. This is why I built it. So I wrote it here, but I just explained it. While building their brand, smaller content creators and small businesses needing a place to record video, audio, or photo content. They have a day job, so time is a premium. Having a dedicated creative space ready to go when needed to record is essential, making it affordable so it can be an option for creators who are funding their dream with life funds. So what I said was just cleaner, right? Then I started my market research. So I put in here South Florida podcasters, bloggers, YouTubers, and side hustlers. YouTube is very stringent on what they share. So outside of just looking up um, creators and trying to figure out if they're in South Florida, like that, it's not easy to figure out the location. So I don't know. I tried Googling, you know, YouTube channels, Florida. So I didn't try Florida YouTube channels. I tried going to Gemini and asking it for demographic research as far as and age and something. I asked it two things, but it came back with some generic thing like basically YouTube is not sharing that information, but you can go to the US Census and find out more, that kind of thing, or search social media. That was the answer. So, I mean, as a YouTuber myself, I feel like YouTube for protecting my privacy to a certain degree. Like you can't just look up certain things and get the answer easily. You got to do like dig into each individual page. So I am going to try Googling and see if it'll pull up a list of just based on location. So maybe if people have their location in their profile, it'll pull up a list. So we'll see. I don't know. I'll save that for tomorrow or so. So I did the demographics. I didn't write it down, but I did both the demographics, the psychographics. So those are done. Now let's do create a detailed profile of your ideal customer. Consider demographics, psychographics, buying behavior, media consumption habits, and pain points. Okay, so ideal customer. Has a full time job with buying graphic consumption. I have a full time job with a passion project. If I could spell passion project, yeah, it's coming in there. They want to pursue a creative passion project they want to pursue. Looking for a simple. Oh, there go my 30 minutes. Okay, I'm not gonna hold y'all to while I fill this out. Tomorrow we will work on. Let me see. I'll have this completed by tomorrow. So tomorrow, what's next? Customer feedback. Gather direct feedback from potential and existing customers through surveys, focus groups, or social media interactions. So let's try to figure out how to do either a poll on social. I could probably do that to get some feedback from potential. I probably could do some kind of poll and compile a list. Maybe what I'll do is compile a list of local, hmm, yeah, I'll compile a list of local creators that I can find on Insta, TikTok, maybe Facebook. I'm not, yeah, probably Twitter too. I might be able to search on there. That's one place I haven't looked. I feel like my target audience is more on TikTok and Instagram. So those are the two that I'm gonna check first. And then I'll check Facebook. I don't like getting on Facebook like that. But we do what we must. I'm in a lot of groups on Facebook that I can go and just snoop and see what they're talking about. Most of them are small business owners or trying to become a small business owner. So I'll definitely go into the groups and just search the comments and see, do some research there as far as, excuse me, what they're grappling with. Okay, so that is my, let me write that down. That is what my marching orders are for tomorrow. And then we can take my list of what I found out tomorrow, and we'll go over we'll start scouring their websites and social media and see what we come up with as far as like what data we can come up with. And then we'll be done with market research. And we'll be on to step 2, which is, let's see, step 2 is step 3. I'm sorry, we'll be on step 3. Develop your buyer personas. We'll be able to fill that out completely. I'm going to start it tonight, but I think with the research I'm going to do tomorrow, that'll give us a whole picture of what we're looking at. And hopefully I can get that poll out and somebody will answer it. All right. Good night. I will see you tomorrow. If I can ever get to StreamYard. I got a million tabs open. Ah, help me, Lord, in screen. Bye.